Well, sounds good. We're plugging away here at corporate, doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff. We've got a big stuff coming in March. It's going to be March Madness for a whole different reason this year. We're really excited about. And so we're working on bulking up a bunch of recipes to give you guys next week. Some of them are actually ones that you guys submitted. So that's really fun. And if you have any recipes, I know you guys are posting some on the Zurvita Pledge group. You can always email them to us at zurvitapledge@zurvita.com. And you never know, you could be featured. And we're really excited that next month we have our leader event, Elevate, that's going to be here. And 2019 Zurvita Live Transformation winner Julie is getting to come down. And we get to honor her and bring her down here. And she gets to see the office and do all that kind of stuff. So we're excited to have her coming down and being able to do that. But other than that, why don't you just take it away, sir?
Great. And and on Julie, on the winner of the transformation, I'm going to actually be working out with her that morning of the Elevate Summit, and going to be having breakfast with her. So she better make sure she brings her zeal, because she's going to need zeal plus to work out with me. But we're going to be putting in some great sweat equity, and that's what it's all about. I mean, it really is. And for people that are just tuning in maybe for the first time, since I partnered with Zurvita in 2012, we had challenges, and the challenges were sometimes very intimidating to people. And we found out that people, just like our founding principles, they want to win on whatever level you're on. So we basically have really put together our Zurvita Pledge, and it's making a declaration between you and God to truly, wherever you are, to be that best version of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. So whether you're looking to reconcile in a relationship, lose weight, gain weight, get off of prescription drugs, stop smoking, whatever the case is, to enrich your life, when you speak something, you prophesize it, good or bad, tomorrow. So part of it is really developing this community, this intimacy, so that a lot of times we'll start talking and we'll go into a different conversation totally because of something that someone's going through, or it triggered a conversation that's going to help a lot of people. So if you have not, if you've seen one of these, one of these things on Facebook or on Instagram, and you're here for a reason, I want you to register. If you haven't registered, go to zurvita.com/pledge and register. And you're going to get macronutrient meal plans. You're going to be invited immediately to a private exclusive group on Facebook. Every single day we have kind of a menu of activities that go on. Monday is Motivational Monday, Tuesday is Fitness Tuesday, and it goes on and on. Even through the weekend, we're doing meal prepping and recipes and nutritional tips. So it's important to truly plug in, so you have the tools and the support to get unstuck, to move forward, and to be that best person that you want to be. Many people, every week this is growing, and it just makes my heart dance when it comes to on how many people are enjoying what we're doing here, and are at a point in their fitness journey or their wellness journey, or just trying to be that better person. Here we are into the first quarter of this 2020, and unfortunately 90% of people will fall off of the bandwagon, so to speak, with their New Year's resolutions, because their mind is doing 1,000, but they just don't have a blueprint, a game plan. So what we want to do is we want to truly walk step by step alongside you to give you the tools and the support. And what I like to do every week is to get people involved in what we're talking about. And hopefully we have, and AJ will be able to help me out here. There's a woman who I met at our last conference, and she came up to me and she said, I emailed you and I was afraid to talk to you. My friends all talked to you a year ago, and here I am. I need to lose weight. I'm just stuck. And she was in line, and I was literally leaving the area, go back on stage, and I stopped and I started to talk to her. And my point was that it was like, I feel like that was a divine intervention, and we exchanged information. She inboxed me on social media. I helped put together a macronutrient meal plan, and I wanted to invite her to speak today if she's with us. Her name is Verna, and I think she's from California. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you with us, Verna? There you are.
Yes, sir. Yes,
There
I am.
you are, that pretty face. Thank you for being here. And I guess my question for you, thinking out loud for just everyone in the country and different countries that are tuning in right now is how has this pledge truly been incorporated in your life? Because I get a lot of emails from you, and you've been having breakthroughs, and I've been rooting for you from the sidelines, and I'm very proud of, who God's evolving you to become. So can you tell me about just the journey on you getting onto this pledge and what it means to you and how it could help people?
Yes, sir. First of all, for many years, I've gone to the place where I have been trying to lose weight off and on. I had cancer 30-something years ago. And from that, my brain just went where I had no motivation about anything. Went to the doctor, ended up with all the diseases of diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. Doctor was telling me all the time to lose weight. I'd say yes, go home, and sabotage myself all the time. Finally, one day, I looked in the mirror, and it reminded me of Peter Pan, where the little boy went up to him and said, "Peter, where are you?" And he was looking at his face, trying to find him in that face. And that's what I saw in myself. It was like, Verna, where are you? The person that was athletic, that was strong, now you're a weak person now. You can't even make decisions like you need to make. And so one day I just got on the place where I got on my knees and started praying and asking God to please help me to lose my weight and some other things that I prayed about. And then I saw Mr. Peter's website, and the Spirit just told me to just pour my heart out on there. And I did. I just told him, hey, I'm sabotaging myself. I'm stuck. I've been trying for so many years, and I want to lose weight, and I'll be coachable. Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do it. And Mr. Peter, like you said, he reached out to me. And since that time, and before, every time I went somewhere with friends, I'd eat whatever. I didn't care, diabetic or not, I'd eat sweets. I didn't care what it was. And one day, since I've been on this pledge, I can go now with my friends, and I can make choices, the right choices. That pledge means something. It's something that's in your heart. It's just not something you're saying. You really feel it. Because number one, you've got a team. You've got a bunch of people who became like a family to you. And every one of them are helping you. They're encouraging you. And you don't even know them, but they became your family, because now everything that I need, every recipe, every exercise, whatever I need is there. And finally, Verna's coming back. The real Verna's starting to come back, and I'm really happy and proud of it.
I want to say something. You are just making my heart dance, Verna, because, everything happens in life for a reason. And at the convention, there's thousands of people. So you guys were in line going somewhere, and they're kind of escorting me to go up the escalator. And you looked at me, and you kind of was reaching for me. And my human, I could have easily passed, but I felt something on the inside that I was supposed to stop and talk to you. And I'm so glad that I was obedient to my Creator, because I am so very proud of you. You are truly a walking, talking example of why I do what I do and why we do what we do at Zurvita. It's all about loving on people, whatever level they're on. But you said it best. See, you were at a point in your life. I mean, I could have came along, other people could have came along, God could have came down and hit you with a bat. And if you weren't ready, if you weren't open, if you weren't tired of being tired, nothing would have happened, because you could have gone through the motions. It's like someone with marriage. It's like You could have the most amazing spouse. You could live in the most amazing house. You can make tons of money. But if you don't have the desire, if you don't choose to love that person, if you don't choose to reconcile, if you don't choose to move forward and put actions behind your words, you're dead on arrival. You just don't know it. So I just want to say thank you for being obedient to God and to truly getting to that point of just being tired of being tired and knowing that something on the inside was nudging you saying, hey, listen, we're all running out of runway and I need to do something, or I'm literally not going to be able to find that person in the mirror. That was a great analogy. So thank you very much, and continue to ask questions. I always tell people, it's like, there is no stupid question. It's like children. It's like children are wonderful. They always stay curious. And as they stay curious, my kids used to drive me crazy. They'd be like, Daddy, 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 why can't I look at the sun? Daddy, Daddy, why can't I put this in the outlet? Like, why can't I, you're going to get electrocuted. Daddy, Daddy, why can't I breathe underwater? But they were so much like sponges and wanted to learn. And then we get older, we get callous, we get desensitized, we get jaded, we get like hard stones. We think we know it all until you finally get to a place where you realize you know a whole lot less than you thought you did, and then you're able to grow again. And that's where we all need to be. And sometimes it's your heart being broken. Sometimes it's a divorce. Sometimes it's a loss. Sometimes it's going to the doctor and the doctor saying that you got cancer. And I don't want anyone to have to go through that to truly be feared into moving forward. That's why we're here. We learn from each other. We get better together. So great job, Verna. I want to introduce somebody who's just a humble leader. He's just a big part of Zurvita. He's got an amazing testimony, an incredible wife, and now he's got a pair of blessing twins, girls. God doesn't make mistakes. Here I am, a professional athlete. I'm always thinking that I'm going to have sons. I'll know how to play ball and football and bodybuild and stuff. And the next thing I know is, God sends me not one girl, but two girls. I'm sleeping. They're putting curlers in my hair. They're painting my toenails and my fingers. I'm building sandcastles instead of playing baseball, and I'm flying kites instead of playing football, and it's been a blessing. I want to introduce someone who has two baby girls. They're twins, an amazing wife, an amazing story, and I want to ask him a question, but without further ado, Andi Duli, you're with us, and thank you so much. And you at your home in Oklahoma?
I am, Peter, and hey, great.
You are. I mean, look at that family. I mean, that's like a portrait. That's like a Kodak moment. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're very grateful. That's baby Leo and baby Aria.
It's really what it's all about. And the reason why I felt led to have you and your family on is not only, for people, that don't know your story on how you started from nothing, but it's like you live it. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was, it's like, you can tell people basically how you started, but I'm really interested in how important is it to truly live it? Because we're in the wellness company, we're in the wellness business. We're not selling alcohol or potato chips or ice cream. And it's like, if people don't believe in what they're doing, then how can they even portray anything? So my question to you is, tell people a little bit about your story, but how important is it, if you truly want to build a team, if you truly want to build a legacy, that you truly need to live by example, so people want to emulate what you're doing as a leader?
Hey, Peter, greatness starts with fitness. And we're in such an attraction business. It's, as you mentioned, it's really hard to attract people and inspire people to to get the body that they deserve if we smell like smoke, if we're overweight, if we lack vitality, if we don't have any energy, if we're sick and we're not doing anything about it. And so the business is a simple process. It really is. Now we complicate it because of our emotions and fears, but the entire business revolves around find a product that you love. In this case, I love Zeal. I love the Zurvita products. I take every single one of them. So I found a product that I'm really passionate about. The next thing is become a product of the product. Use them. And if you use them, you'll have results. It's hard to share something you don't know, touch, and feel. It's hard to share something that you know, you don't love. You don't love things when you don't use them.
And you have to be congruent. No matter what you do in life, if you're not congruent in it, you're going to sabotage yourself and the products work. So you really, in order to prove they work to yourself or somebody that you may want to join your business or help in their health, you need to be a product of the product.
Absolutely.
And a great question, Shannon, is that here you're married, you're together. I mean, truly, you show me who you hang out with, I'll tell you a lot about you. And it's like, if one person's on and the other person's off, that's going to bleed on one person or the other. So it's like, you know, I've seen you walk on stage in crutches. I've seen you literally go through your own journey. So how is it doing it together, you know, where you both have, you're like a powerhouse dynamic duo, because you both have amazing individual testimonies. You bring them together, instead of 1 and 1 equals 2, 1 and 1 equals 1,000,000. So how do you guys do it together by eating healthy and exercising, and now by being like a super mom and dad by having twins? It's not just one. Talk about being tested.
Oh yeah. Well, we definitely keep each other on track. And if we, like, after being pregnant, I have some pretty horrible cravings. So if I bring chocolate into the house because I'm craving chocolate, this man eats it. So we tell each other, listen, you can't do that. I need your help. And we give each other support. And so
it's beautiful to be, you know, confidants for each other. You know, Andi, for people that are on this Zoom, for people that are watching, that are maybe, and I'll use the word voyeuring in, where they're like, they're on the fence, they got 3 memberships in their purse or in their wallet, they have every excuse under the sun that they're not exercising, they say they're going to do it next month, they buy the product and they enjoy it, but they don't do anything with it. You know, they may even have taken the pledge to get on to the community, but at the same time, they're truly not present. What would you tell these people?
Well, a healthy man can truly have many wishes, and a sick man has one wish. And if you do not have your health, you really have nothing, because even if you have a lot of things, you can't really enjoy. You can enjoy your family, you can enjoy your children, you can enjoy life. So here you have an amazing community. You've got great support. You've got accountability. You've got people that will help you. There are days, you know, you don't feel like working out. There are days you don't feel like to, you know, stay on track, but having that community behind you, having people that care and love you, having people that will challenge you and help you grow, I believe it's priceless. We all know what to do. Sometimes we lack the inspiration, we lack the motivation, we lack that support. And again, your health truly matters. I often, Peter, if I get off track, I go 3 years, 5 years, 10 years in the future, and I embrace the pain. I feel the pain of what my path to being off track could lead me. I see myself sick. I see myself in the hospital. I feel the pain of having my children around me and not having the energy and just really being on medication. And that keeps me sober-minded. But, you know, having this community that can help you get your health back, stay healthy, stay fit, and feel amazing. There is no price tag for it. So do take the challenge, do support it, and most importantly, do invite other people to this amazing community, because this is truly our passion, to help people stay healthy, stay fit, and really have the body that they deserve.
You couldn't have said it better. It's like, my two daughters, I remember them, their age, are both married. One's 23, the other's 26. I have a granddaughter that's now going to be a year and a half. And my point is that when I pray, I basically am praying usually for people. I have everything I've ever wanted. My life is more than I could imagine. There's one thing that I pray for, and it's to keep me healthy. Not so much for me, but because of the calling of my life, that I'm getting in a car tomorrow to drive 5 hours to love on people in Ohio. And then we're going to be doing the Elevate Summit in Houston next month. I love with a passion the calling that has been put on my life. And all I want to do is continue to be healthy. And as you said very, very well, it's like even an atheist who doesn't say they believe in God on their deathbed wishes they had more time, wishes that they were healthy, is begging and pleading for God to heal them. So I leave this with you, Shannon. It's like, what would be the take-home message? I mean, think about it. It's like, talk about excuses. It's like, you're like twofold. I mean, I know what it is, and so does the mother of my children know what it is to take care of one colicky baby. Now you have it times two. It's like there are no excuses, because the both of you look younger and healthier than you ever did. So what would be your take-home message? Because you're living it.
Oh, yeah. Start and be gracious. Give yourself grace, because not every day is going to be a perfect day. But if you start and you make it a lifestyle, not only to feel better, have the energy to get through your day. I mean, these guys keep us going. I mean, there's been lots of sleepless nights, and I can't imagine if I hadn't have chosen to take the transformation system, how I would feel. Actually, I know how I feel. It's horrible, and you don't want to be there. You have so much life, the future right here, and you got to keep up with them, and you got to be here, like you were saying, be here for them. And you can't do that if you don't feel good and if you don't have the energy. So start now, start today, and be graceful with yourself.
Well, I just want to say thank you to the both of you. You're both humble leaders. You truly live it. You are the product of the product. I've known you guys now, for going on almost 9 years. And you have blessed and enriched my life just knowing the both of you. So I want you to continue to be healthy, to continue to do what you're doing, because you're helping a whole lot of people. And thank you for joining us today.
Of course.
Thank you.
Great. What I want to do right now is basically, again, if you have not gotten into our Zurvita pledge, is I truly want you to go to zurvita.com/pledge. And I want you to register. And there's a lot of people, there's hundreds of people that are trying to get into our social media, Facebook exclusive group. And we cannot allow you in until you register. So again, it's as simple as zurvita.com/pledge. Also, very briefly, I just want to make sure that if you are even part of this Zurvita pledge, then you need to truly put on your calendar, correct me if I'm wrong, Adriel, it's Thursday, March 19th in Houston, Texas at Hotel, I think it's Zaza. It's a beautiful hotel. It's got a great fitness center, great pool, great restaurant. It's just really, I feel like I'm kind of in LA when I'm there. It's just beautiful. And that's where we're having this one-day event. And Brad Murray, So many different ambassadors are going to be there. Our founders of the company, Mark Jarvis, Jay Schaefer, a new gentleman who's just such an innovator. Gordon is going to be there. I'm going to be there talking about the breaking down step by step, you know, and again, the transformation is everything that you truly need in that box, from our, you know, flagship product, which is our Zeal, which has got anti-inflammatory properties. I love the bold grape, but there's many different flavors. It's got anti-inflammatory properties in it. We have the burn, the cleanse. We have the protein, which is the building block to muscle. And then we have just a wonderful line of sports performance products, which is as simple as 1, 2, 3. I mean, you have our fuel, which gives you energy, dilates your vascular system so you get a great pump. You really don't want to work out unless you have energy. We have a wonderful new delivery system in our fuel. You need to hydrate yourself during exercise. We have a product called H2O. It's going to help with your electrolytes. It's also, we have another energy delivery system, so they kind of work together with the synergy. And then lastly, after a workout, how many of you truly have lactic acid waste byproduct where you're just sore? And we have something called Repair. I see Adriel raising a hand, and it's wonderful because it's got natural anti-inflammatory properties. So, you know, if your knees hurt or if you have muscle soreness, it's wonderful. And it also opens up the receptors so that when you're taking your protein, which you should after a workout, or your amino acids, which are the building block to protein, you're going to be able to absorb them, because when you work out, you basically utilize all your protein in your muscle bellies. You want to replenish that protein storage so that you're ready to go for the next workout. You also want to make sure that there's like a 4-to-1 ratio of protein to carbohydrates, because you're also depleting your carbs, your glycogen storage, which you have 90 minutes worth of energy. Join us every week for our Zurvita chat, our community chat. It's just going to, and if you do want to ask certain questions, you can ask it in our webinar chat, which is right here. I will answer those questions later on our page. And also, if you do have specific questions, even inbox me or leave them on the pledge page, and then I will probably end up inviting you sooner than later to be a part of this, so that we could basically have you contribute as well. I hope that everybody has an amazing Thursday, and I'm very much looking forward to, if there's anyone that's on this Zoom that is going to be in the Ohio area or thinking about traveling, I'm excited. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock in Dayton, Ohio, I am going to be there, and it's called Meet Zurvita, and a wonderful person is going to be joining me, Shannon Jarvis, and she is basically going to be speaking, and then I will be giving a nutritional and fitness seminar for about an hour, and then the next morning we'll be going through a beginner's workout. So I am very excited to see everybody in Ohio. If I've never met you and you're close, the weather's supposed to be beautiful, you know, in like a radius of 5 states all around. It's going to be sunny. So if you have that temptation to drive, get in your car and drive so that I could basically meet you. It'll be wonderful. Back to you, Adriel.
Let's see. I was putting a lot of information in there for you guys. A lot of people don't know we have a YouTube channel now. So I put in our Zurvita Pledge Facebook group, there's some units in there that have those like playlists linked in there, so you can go over there. But one of the things I'm going to ask for your help with, because we had to migrate from our old account, we don't have enough subscribers right now to create our /Zurvita. So it makes it more difficult to find us, which is probably why you don't know we exist right now. So if you'll go to YouTube, type in Zurvita Corporate and subscribe to our page. We're going to be starting to utilize that for a lot more stuff, like all of our pledge stuff, all of our workouts there, stuff like that we're doing. So that way you have all of it in one place and you'll get notified from a business or a product side anytime a new video comes up. Someone asked in the group how to get your measurements and stuff like that. You can email us if you have questions about that, or if you just need some encouragement, if you want to update us on your story, whatever you want to do. You can send an email to zurvitapledge@zurvita.com anytime, and we'll get all that information out to you. Anyone who did sign up around Zurvita Fest, you're coming up to your 1 month mark about. So we're going to be communicating with you this week. Just want to kind of touch base and see how you're doing and check in and see if you need anything. If you haven't yet, make sure that you add Zurvita Corporate to your contact list to make sure that you're getting all of our emails. And other than that, I think that's all I got. All right, well then you guys have an amazing day. Kick the rest of the week's butt, and we'll talk to you next week.
Amen. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
See you soon.
y'all.